why does, oh my goodness, I'm just still gonna film the video. Why does it have to be cold and cloudy? And why does there have to be snow on the ground? Like, seriously, oh my goodness. Maybe I can put the camera right here. I have not prepared for this video at all. At all. I'm freezing, I'm cold, but I feel like I need to make this video. So originally, for this video, I had planned to make a huge documentary about this, like a documentary style vlog in a way. I had huge plans for this video. Basically right after this happened, I knew like I need to make a video about this. This is gonna be cool. It's got a good message behind it, and that video flopped. Straight up flopped. Like I couldn't do anything about it. I attempted again. That didn't work. And then just now I attempted to make another cool little documentary about this thing that happened to me earlier this year, and again that flopped in a very, very disappointing and heartbreaking way. This is basically a story time video about my 2020. It is now December something. December 17th, I think. Where do I even start? It starts with 2020. The first like 2 weeks of 2020 were pretty good. Started the year off strong, and then everything kind of went downhill from there. The problems from 2019 carried over to 2020, and they didn't just carry over, they increased. Drama was extremely bad, like to the point where I had to actually I basically had to break contact with people. They were causing so much drama. And this was right around the time when COVID first really hit here in America. COVID hit my county pretty hard. Everything shut down, which in a way was kind of a blessing, because I can't even get into that. There's so much I can't even get into. There was so much that happened in the beginning of this year that just tore me up. Just completely tore me up, and just basically the worst I've ever felt. The worst I've ever felt in a long time, ever, basically, actually, come to think of it. And then, well, COVID hit, and then I couldn't really see my friend. I'm an extroverted person. Actually, I'm more of an ambivert, I think it's what it's called. Both introvert and extrovert, but I'm more extrovert than I am introvert. So not being able to go out and see people was really hard. And that, just to add to all the stress, just straight up, yeah. I was doing a lot of work for free. I was doing a lot of just stuff that just wasn't benefiting me at all. It was just a rough start to the year. The worst start to a year I've ever had. I mean, people were saying 2019 was bad. 2020, goodness. It was around, when was it? It was May 30th. It was May 30th when this happened. My family had this idea to just literally, it was the night before. It was the night before the day we decided, you know what? Let's go on a trip. We need it. We've been stuck inside this house for a long time. Let's go on a little trip. Just 1 day trip. Where should we go? Finally settled on this place called Clifty Falls. It's just on the border of Indiana and Kentucky. I think it's Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky. This was actually just before. So, oh my goodness, another thing that I didn't mention in the story. Social media was really taking a toll on me. Basically, social media is my life. Like, I live on social media. I'm posting a lot. I'm keeping up with people on there. That's where I contact people. That's how I text people. That's how I communicate. It's what I use on a day-to-day basis, and it just kept getting so toxic because there was so much drama. All I saw was hate. Whether it be race, whether it be your opinions on politics, whether it be your opinions on the coronavirus. It was just hate, hate, hate. That's all I saw, and it was getting so frustrating to the point where I said, you know what, I'm taking a month off. Month, no social media. I had made it public that I was logging off of social media June 1st. June 1st, I was logging off of social media. This was May 30th when this happened, when the trip happened. And 2 more days, I would log off of social media for good. So we set off on the trip. And we arrived. We set out at like 7 a.m. in the morning. And we got there around 11:30-ish in the morning. And we started hiking. We just started hiking, checking out the caves, the waterfalls, all this cool stuff. And then we went back to the car, got our lunch, and looked around the maps to find another cool place we could go. It was only like 1 o'clock, so we were like, we got like 7 hours left. Let's do this. Let's do something. So me, my brother, and my friend found this waterfall that we wanted to go to, and we saw that you had to hike along a river. So we were like, hey, let's go. Let's do it. It'll be fun. We looked up pictures of it. The pictures looked really cool, and we were like, hey, let's go. Let's do this. We decided to start heading down the river to go to the waterfall. We started walking down the trail, and the trail stopped. And we were like, okay, this is not cool. We're gonna have to walk through the river. I was like, you know what, forget it. Just started walking through the river, just shoes, socks on, everything. Just started walking through it. And I was like, we're gonna be there in like 30 minutes. It's okay, it's not gonna be the end of the world. We started walking, started hiking, had to jump from one side of the river to the other, walk along logs, climb over rocks, and I'm thinking, okay, when are we gonna get to the waterfall? Like, this is far. And we're passing people along, and they're like, oh, it's not too far. It's not too far. And I was like, okay, it's not too far. We keep going, and we keep hiking. It just keeps getting harder and harder. You know, I'm starting to get tired. My camera batteries are dying. I'm on my last battery, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to start videoing on my phone now. My phone battery starts dying, and I'm like, oh snap, this is not good. My shoes are soaked. I'm cold. I'm tired. My legs are getting absolutely sore. And I remember there was one part where I literally like stopped, set up the camera, and I was just like, I was talking to the camera like, I don't know how much more I can do this. I don't know. This is getting hard.
I am exhausted right now. Dude, I'm tired. My back hurts so bad. Oh.
It got hard. It felt like every turn we made, it just kept getting longer and longer and longer, and it's just, we kept turning, and I'm like, okay, this is it. This has to be the waterfall. I hear the waterfall. We turned the corner, and it's just this little trickle waterfall, and we're just like, what is this? When are we gonna get to the actual waterfall? How much longer is this? We've been at this for like an hour and a half, and we're still not at the waterfall. We still have to hike back. There's no shortcut back. We still got to go back. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, is it worth it? Should I continue? Should we stop, guys? I turn to my brother and my friend and say, guys, should we just stop? We need to stop. We need to head back. This is getting too much. It's not worth it. And they were like, no, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Come on, push through it. Push through it. Fight the pain. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And I kept going. I kept going. I kept walking through the river, climbing over rocks. My legs were screaming at me to stop. My back was hurting from the backpack that I was carrying. I was carrying this huge backpack. My arm was getting tired and cold from carrying my tripod around. You know, we're in this ravine, you know, cliff on one side, cliff on the other side. Just a big river, big rocks keeping us from getting to the final destination, and I'm just thinking, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I just kept telling myself, you know what, just keep going. You're gonna regret it if you turn around. Just keep going. And I kept going, and I kept going. As much as I wanted to turn around, I kept going. I finally started to hear the waterfall, and I'm thinking, we're finally almost there. We're finally almost there. We finally round a corner, and I see it.
We're almost there. Almost. After like literally 2 hours of just climbing on rocks and walking in water.
You know, my photographer bug is like, ooh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. And that just gave me the motivation. I kept going, and we finally reached the waterfall. And the feeling of just, I accomplished this.
Yes! Yes!
I made it here. I got this far. I got here. I fought through the pain. I wanted to turn around, but I didn't. And I remember just climbing up to the top, climbing up next to the waterfall, climbing up behind the waterfall, and just screaming and cheering. You know, no one could hear me. The waterfall was too loud. I was just so excited and happy that I got here. I made it. I did it. Amongst all the trials that I had to face on the way up here, I did it. So I decided to climb in front of the waterfall to get some pictures there, and I'm like, you know what? I need a picture of myself here. I need a picture of myself here. And I propped up my camera, found this rock that I would stand on. I pushed the 10-second timer, ran up to the rock, stood there in front of the waterfall and took the picture. And I came back, and this was the result. Yes, my stance is a little weird. Yes, the photo isn't really that great. It's not the best photo. But when I saw that photo, I thought of 2020. I thought of how hard this year was. I thought of how much I wanted to quit, how much I wanted the pain to stop. And I can make it here, to this waterfall. I can make it through whatever life is gonna get me. I can make it. There's a saying out there, a photo speaks 1,000 words, and I believe it. Because I'm sitting here, this video is 24 minutes long of me talking about one photo. And that photo was able to get me through 2020, get me through the drama, get me through the heartache, get me through the stress, the frustration that life brought me for the rest of this year. And I was able to get through it. And even now, I'm not in the best situation right now. I've got stress, I've got stuff to think about. You know, the future is unsettling for me. There's so much I have to think about, so much I have to worry about. But every time I feel like I can't keep going, I just look back at that photo, look back at that time, and I just think, I can't do it. I can't. It's possible. You know, you're gonna lose hope. You're gonna lose hope. It's gonna happen. You're gonna think, you know, I can't make it. I can't do it anymore. There are gonna be times where you just wanna quit. You just wanna stop. But those are the times where you need to tell yourself to keep going. Those are the times when you need to find people who are gonna lift you up and tell you to keep going. Those are the times when you need to fight back. Fight the pain, because it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be hard. No one ever said it was gonna be easy. And when it gets hard, that's when you need to fight harder. You know, you're gonna feel like you don't have any strength left, but trust me, you do. You do have strength left. You can get through it. It's as cliche and as cringy as this sounds, it's true. I experienced it at Clifty Falls. I experienced it there. I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. But I didn't. And I made it there. And when I got there, I did something, and I took one photo that helped me get through this year. And that's my story of how one photo saved my 2020. And I literally just did this video just out of the blue. No script, no nothing. I've been struggling to make videos. I've been struggling to create stuff. I've been struggling to do what I love. And I felt like I just needed to make this, you know, no fancy camera work or, you know, storytelling or, you know, no epic documentary. I felt like this story needed to just be told. And I hope you can take this story and apply it to your life and keep fighting, keep going.